Well, joining us on the program tonight is Justice Markandeya Karchu, who has stirred a bit of controversy there with his letter to the Maharashtra governor. With him is senior criminal lawyer Mr. Majid Memon, who's very familiar with this case. Filmmaker Mahesh Bhatt joins us tonight from Mumbai. Mr. Bhatt, of course, has been a close friend of Sanjay Dutt and has stood by him all these years. Also joining us this evening, senior lawyer KTS Tulsi from here in Delhi, senior journalist Siddharth Bhatia from Mumbai, and former IPS officer YP Singh also joins us from Mumbai. Justice Karchu, let me ask you first. You've appealed to the Maharashtra governor to pardon Sanjay Dutt under Article 161 of the Constitution. You've given several reasons for that. But many people have strongly criticized you for this today, saying that those reasons are simply not good enough to let him go. How would you respond?
See, my answer is that Article 161 is very widely framed. It does not require any particular reasons. The governor or the president have the power to pardon. I am not questioning the judgment of the Supreme Court. I hold the judges of the Supreme Court who gave that judgment. I know them personally very well, Justice Sadasivam and Justice B.S. Chauhan. I hold them in very high respect. I am not questioning their verdict. But apart from the judicial process, in the Constitution, there is also another process, which is the power to grant pardon. So, what I am saying is that if you consider all the factors which I have mentioned in my letter, namely that he has undergone 18 months sentence already, he has suffered a lot for 20 years, he has children, and he is not a terrorist. You know, his case is totally different from that of the other 100 people along with whom he was tried, because those people were found guilty of the bomb blast. Sanjay Dutt's case is an isolated case. Only offense he has committed is having a prohibited weapon without a license. For that, he has already suffered a lot. I mean, what do you want? Do you want a pound of flesh? You know, you must have read Shakespeare's Merchant of Venice, where Portia says that, do you want a pound of flesh out of Sanjay Dutt?
But sir,
he has suffered so much now.
But yes. So the criticism is, in particular, of the other 2 points that you raised while suggesting that he should be pardoned. One is that his parents, Sunil Dutt and Nargis, worked for the good of society and the nation. I'm quoting from your letter, that they went to border areas and gave moral support to our brave Jawans and did good work for society. I don't think anybody doubts that. They were wonderful people. But, you know, is that really a reason for Sanjay Dutt to be pardoned? The fact that he played a character spoke well of Mahatma Gandhi, does that really make him, someone who spreads Gandhigiri? Is that a reason for him to be pardoned, sir?
Listen, that is not the only reason. I have mentioned 6 reasons. All of them have to be taken into consideration cumulatively, not in isolation. The other reason is that he has suffered already. It is not that he will get away scot-free if he is pardoned. He has already been punished. He has spent 18 months in jail. For 20 years, he suffered a lot of hardships. He had to come regularly to court. He could not go out of India without permission of court. And he could not get bank loans. So many things he suffered. So, and he has now small children. There's some humanitarian aspect also. Article 161 is not like the in the Arms Act, the punishment for having a prohibited weapon cannot be less than 5 years. So we can accept the judgment of Supreme Court. But the governor can give even less than the the minimum punishment. For example, in the case of Nanavati, who was held guilty of murder. Now the minimum sentence in murder is life sentence, which the Supreme Court gave. But the governor freed him after 2-3 years, which means the governor can reduce the punishment to even below the minimum sentence prescribed by law. There is no such prohibition in Article 161.
My question is, and I'm going to take this to Mr. KTS Tulsi first. Mr. Tulsi, would these same grounds be there for any other person who had been convicted of a crime as serious as this? Or is it because we're looking at him because he's Sanjay Dutt, he's a good guy, as all his friends in the film fraternity say? Would these yardsticks be applied to anybody else?
Yes, Nidhi, permit me to prefix my answer by saying that I am a fan of Sanjay Dutt, and I have tremendous respect. I hope it will not be considered disrespectful to Justice Karchu, entertaining as I do views which are different from his. I believe that we cannot and we do not have a separate law for celebrities. If there is equality under the Constitution, it must apply to everyone. The question is not only possession, question is the manner of possession, the persons from whom it was acquired, the circumstances in which it was acquired. And all that, the Supreme Court had also the power to grant him probation. The Supreme Court considered the extenuating as well as aggravating factors for the purpose of deciding to deny him the Probation of Offenders Act benefit. Now, the governor's power is a constitutional power. It's not a personal power. It's no authority under the Constitution can exercise his power on a whim or a fancy. The power can only be exercised for relevant considerations. And you can't just apply this power of pardon or the remission to Sanjay Dutt because he's a celebrity and deny it to the ordinary poor or sick people whose role in this case may have been even lesser than that of Sanjay Dutt. We can't apply these things on emotion. If I'm a fan, that doesn't mean that, this is one of the factors the governor can take it into account. The governor will have to take into consideration